And now, folks, we are on to part 70. So, Dahlia Hawthorne has been epically defeated. We have seen one of the greatest breakdowns ever, but we still have to find out who the killer is. Who, surprisingly for once, was not Dahlia. I guess she... No, she doesn't even earn a round of applause.
The question begs, who is brave or stupid enough to kill Steel from a demon?
I don't know, Tio. Well, actually, I do know, but I'm not telling you.
Of course.
I'm truly sorry about everything.
Aww.
I was the one that put the whoopee cushion on the old chair.
You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris was inside the sacred cavern, locked up to possibly starve there by her own flesh and blood.
So where does Jim Belushi in a gorilla suit comes into play into this?
Turn about Big Top.
Oh.
Also, when does dating the other twin start coming into this?
Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. You know, actually, maybe Phoenix should date Iris. She seems like a lot nicer version of Dahlia. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you.
She might give him PTSD, though.
What, just because she looks exactly like...
Because she looks like Dahlia.
Besides the Shiroi, awkward moments during ejaculations, you know, calling someone else's
Calling
name
the wrong
and shit.
name.
Yeah.
Oh god. You wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there.
My sister. I felt sorry for her.
You're the only one in the entire planet who is.
Yeah.
She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either.
Gee, maybe because she's a fucking...
Maybe because she was a complete another cow.
Well, to be fair, Morgan abandoned her before she started acting bad. To that much is true.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but Iris didn't turn out like that because of it, so what's her excuse?
But I also had Sister Bikini. Who was
Oh,
her mother
don't worry.
figure.
Oh,
Don't
don't
you see,
worry.
Jovah?
Dahlia
Dahlia
is
is like that Mr. Douche Nozzle in FIFA 17 The Journey. She planned that from very childhood.
I'll give Dahlia credit. She has more reason to plan that than Mr. Douche Nozzle. Anyway.
I always loved her.
I still like Quantum
I
Break
feel
Douche
sick.
Nozzle better.
Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She
Uh,
never complained about a thing.
Too smart for her own good.
All of that is wrong. She's not smart, she's stupid, and we literally proved that in court.
Yeah.
Like, she's one of those ideas are decent on paper kind of thing, but in practice...
She couldn't even take
Yeah.
advantage of a lost head which she had on a silver platter.
That will forever haunt her down in hell.
Yeah, apparently she didn't even notice that maybe the body that she was inhabiting wasn't the one that was supposed to.
Yeah, to be fair, there were no mirrors, and she's not exactly up
Not
to
just
date with
that,
how
remember,
spirit channeling
Not
works.
just that, remember, when a medium is possessed by a spirit, her body changes accordingly to the spirit's size and appearance. Not 100%, but mostly accordingly, so she couldn't know anyway.
It's to the point where Maya always has to leave a note for Mia in times when she's sort of trapped for Mia to know that it's Maya summoning her.
It goes to show, it's shown even when Pearl is possessed by Mia, because she changes, aside from the obvious two reasons, she also changes in, height. So,
Yeah.
the difference is, oh, there you go, I didn't do nothing, guy.
Pretty much. That was the case that wounded Mia so badly.
But things didn't end there, of course.
Oh no, they just got even worse and worse.
Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
I wonder.
Some people.
Really
You
makes
must
you think.
mean...
Everyone on planet
Earth.
Hey guys,
Wait,
I
hold
think
on,
that...
these two people.
Two defense lawyers.
Dun dun dun.
Misty Fey and Diego Armando.
Yeah, we know this
Wait,
already.
hold on, Diego
Yeah, we saw
Armando. Wait, hold
Best as
on.
bundle.
Nah, I don't see it. One's
Nah.
smiling and the
Totally a
other's
different guy.
frowning.
Come on, look at that. It's
Hey,
it's just a palace swap.
Anyway, guys, guess what? I think the guy.
Oh, by the
full
way,
of
Mr.
dynamite-
Armando was poisoned by Dahlia. Forgetting to
Oh, we
go
already
see
know
the
that.
truth.
After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting to whatever, Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison from her.
Who
So I have
is
a
that
question.
lucky bastard, I wonder?
So I have a question. How exactly do you poison? How exactly do you poison the eye? that work?
No.
Pedro, you should know the Hamlet of Shakespeare. In that one, someone is poisoned through his ears.
Basically,
I
here's how
guess.
it goes. The poison,
But
Did she poison eye drops or something?
she poisoned his coffee.
not just that, but poison through the eyes is technically possible because the eyes, are very moist and they need to be connected constantly with blood vessels, so the contact is very immediate. Any kind of substance gets into your blood circulation almost immediately.
Not to mention the fact that the poison messed with the entire body's motor systems. That has effect as well.
It was me.
Anyway,
That night after I rang the lights out, though, I went back to my room.
now we hear what really happened
walked
with
in.
Iris.
I walked into the room and everyone was asleep for some reason.
After around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone.
Such
the-
a normal ringtone, you should be ashamed of yourself.
By the way, Shuri, just to hide who it is, you be both voices.
Okay, I mean, it's not even like it's one of the generic ones Apple gives you. It's even more generic than generic. Like, I can't even describe it. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But
Watch this.
Right.
Yeah.
The path to the inner temple was
Path to
cut
the inner
off,
temple was cut
right?
off. Oh shit.
Like, Shuri really loves reading for Phoenix's lines.
And you love
Exactly.
reading for Iris just earlier, Jovah.
No, I wasn't.
Whatever.
Shuri.
You can't just leave the body here. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this as you said.
Kill all the witnesses.
No, let's just swing the body on a pendulum.
Honestly, when I first saw whatever. I'm probably just thinking the dialogue.
It was me. Who was the one? Oh, well,
Receive the body.
lifted the body, so she wouldn't bleed too much.
Yeah,
But
the first time I saw.
wouldn't it be disrupted on impact?
Thankfully no, because she caught it just right.
Again, the overall coincidence with this pendulum managed to actually fucking work.
It's because that they did it from diagonal ends so that it had the most room for momentum.
Okay,
which
I
actually
understand
can
that
work.
Dahlia is actually smart, but she's not that much into geometry. Come on.
Dahlia, this one's Iris, actually.
But Iris was the one who catch it. Dahlia was the one who pushed
Well, I'm
it in
guessing.
first.
Well, I'm guessing the height helps.
Tio, Dahlia wasn't the one who pushed the body. We're talking about the killer. Dahlia wasn't the killer, remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Dahlia's only intention was to kill Maya, not
At
That's
least.
actually a good point.
Not only that, but remember, she was in the body of Elise, so her pushing the body that she was in, that's kind of awkward.
So yeah, technically we still don't have a culprit.
I know. You know. That's one reason why I love
We just
Dahlia
killed the
as a
source of all
villain.
evil. Well, it is true that we just killed the source of all evil. Unfortunately, the evil that came out of the source is still around.
That's
so-
actually one of the best things about this case is, despite the fact that the game has been building up Dahlia as like the ultimate villain, at the end she's ultimately a red herring, which is actually kind of brilliant when we actually find out who the real killer is.
Well, I'd still call Dahlia the ultimate villain of this game.
Oh,
since
she
the person
is.
you're referring to is just the ultimate villain of this case.
Yeah, pretty much. Dahlia is the ultimate villain, possibly of the trilogy. Yes,
Yeah.
I know that's a
Well,
that's
but
a
considering how far back reaching
Oh, who's-
the
who's-
crimes
who's the
go
real
in
killer?
these-
Yeah, who was it?
yeah.
Plot twist. Larry's the culprit.
Wouldn't that be just it?
No, it's
I'm sorry.
Gumshoe. That's why he's been
I'm-
missing for so long.
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I'm afraid I cannot let you do that.
Yeah, you see, Theo, that's the plot
Aye.
twist. Gumshoe is gonna turn out to be the culprit, and he goes to jail, and that's why he's not in the games after.
You stab me with this.
Plot twist, Yamazaki hates
Defendant!
Hateful Pedro.
That,
Yes.
the judge is calling for you. He wants to see you in his chambers.
Hey.
He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne.
What accent is that?
All right.
Partially Canadian, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that I'm casting Jovah as the Canadian character in Fair Fencer.
Well then.
Wait,
I'll
there's
see
a
you later.
Canadian character?
Yes, he
Because
has an
of-
incredibly stereotypical Canadian accent with an
Jovah,
A and
I
everything.
haven't
Something
seen
I
the
want
game.
to tell you later.
And you haven't seen the game.
Oh, wait.
Jesus.
Okay. Something she wants to
Ow.
tell me. Why is she blushing when she says that?
Think about it.
Please
Jeannie.
tell me that he's not actually gonna hook up with the sister.
Well, so it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Though not to apparently assist in the
Well, think
murder,
about-
but to
well, think-
cover it up.
Well, think about this, Shiroi. We have an identical version of our old girlfriend, except this one is not a bitch. I mean,
Yeah,
it's the
she's-
perfect scenario.
True,
Again,
she-
awkward situation.
But again, she still looks like the old girlfriend.
Not to
Oh,
mention
Mia
the fact
time.
that Dahlia looked like her when
You
she
need
had
a-
that.
you need a
Oh,
time limit.
Mia.
Breasts have arrived.
What?
How is Maya
No,
doing?
no. I said Mia time, not give me a time.
Sorry.
Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely.
Thank goodness.
But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case.
Let's see.
So that's why we never saw her for another. When did this game come out in the West?
2007.
2007.
So we never saw her for like 9 years after this.
Reminder
Well,
reminder that this game came out a few months after Ace Attorney 4, Apollo Justice.
Oh, don't even remember. Well, yeah, it's even worse for Europe, because Europe, I think, got it in 2009.
No, I think it was 2008 we got it.
Oh. And yet we all got Apollo Justice on 2007, because that was the one time Capcom wanted a universal release date for an Ace Attorney game.
But the worst game in the series.
Anyway.
I knew she couldn't take it. All of it.
But you could take it.
Basically, Mia has informed Maya of the circumstances of this case, including the fact that Maya's mother is now dead.
Oops.
I want you to figure that answer out by yourself.
Oh, great. It's my
Oh,
ultimate.
great. Back to classic Mia.
To be
But
fair,
again, isn't this the trial that essentially, what's the name?
Tess, Phoenix.
Yeah, but basically Phoenix is passed on by Godot.
Yep, pretty much. No help from Mia, and no help from Maya.
Amir agreed to it as well at the end of the last part.
Because
Yep.
of course she will.
Don't worry, Teo. They're gonna make
There's
up
a-
for it in the 5th game, where they all treat Phoenix like a god.
To be fair, there's actually a very, very, very good reason why they're giving him this test.
You have to go through that down period of his though and apologize first.
I'll deal with it. I will deal with it, but I'm gonna complain, mind you.
I don't really like what they did.
Jovah, be thankful you're not doing the game.
It's a shame because the 3DS version is now coming. And again, look. Apollo Justice is not a bad game, not even a bad Ace Attorney game. It's just clearly the weakest in some ways. And it's just, in a series like Ace Attorney that, is all about having the utmost apparent quality, that's why sometimes people may call certain games bad. Like, heck, even Justice for All, when you compare it to a lot of games outside the series, is actually a much better game. Even story-wise, even counting its bad cases.
Anyway, the point is, Godot was not leaving this game unless we actually be able to explain his backstory, so we have to go and figure this all out.
Anyway.
It's in his
Do
contract.
we really have to?
Also, new sprite from
That's
Mia,
as much
I
help
think.
as I can give you.
Actually, no.
this is-
It's the same you
that's
see
supposed to be her
from.
court sprite.
Yeah, you just
The rest
see
of this battle may
from.
win or lose.
You see just the downsides of her
Oh,
after her
boy.
bosom. Yeah.
I really hate it when you guys get all grim like that with me. It usually means that the fate of everything is on my hands. And mind
The
you,
fate of everything is on your hands now.
Look!
Phoenix, stop thinking.
but seriously though, in the third case, I had to save the world from my evil duplicate selling codes to a terrorist organization. Yeah, that actually happened.
Oh, boo-hoo, everybody has problems. Moving on.
Yeah, that happened, but that's still not as amazing as the fact that they bought that fucking disguise in the first place.
Yeah.
So who was it that actually killed Misty Fey? Whoever it was, I have to prove it.
problem.
Yeah.
It
all
was
by
actually Sister
myself.
Bikini. She was faking her own back problems all the time.
Be careful what you wish for, Tio.
Of course.
Be careful what you wish for.
Nah, I'm still going with the Larry.
Actually,
It just makes too much sense.
you know, that would be
Larry
the,
did it.
you know, that would be the perfect way to round it out. Our very
It's
first
like
client.
Patrick Starfish. It's like a malicious entity that disguises his own evilness with fake stupidity.
Just imagine that, guys. Our very first client in the first game turns out to be the villain in the final case of the final game.
Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the verdict. I'm going to announce the results of the test we had performed earlier.
Test. Well, hey, anything to keep this awesome sounding trial opening music coming.
Dual Destiny's one's better. Yes, tests.
Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about it.
How could you forget the theme from Dual Destinies?
Because this
well,
one's
at
better.
this point, we're not there yet. So it didn't
That
happen.
too.
That's the weapon that Mia Fey used when she fought with the victim.
My FA. So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood or... Look, Goto, I know that Mia Fey is on your mind because you two are... an item, but look, now's not the time.
There's one thing we can say with certainty.
Not to mention me is not having the body of a 9-year-old, so as of right now she's jailbait.
Awkward.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we now know that the blood on the dagger is not the victim's.
Interesting.
That is all. Let's restart this trial.
So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger.
It's Gumshoes.
And
That's the big
whose was
twist.
it? Stop tempting fate before Gumshoe lives.
Well, I'll stop tempting fate when Yamazaki actually tells us his fate.
I agree. And there's also another certain character's fate who I'm waiting to hear
Well,
about
to be
Yamazaki.
Let me guess, Francisco.
To be fair,
Yes.
the crossover... Sorry. To be fair, Spirit of Justice did end with the cliffhanger that people wanted.
Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims.
Well, actually, yeah, that is a good point. While Gumshoe doesn't appear in Spirit of Justice, he is hinted at in that game.
Yeah. So, let's wait for Ace Attorney 7, because Yamazaki might just be having quite a lot in store in terms of resolving self-offensive ones.
Now, what
Wait,
about
this is
Franziska?
dangerous.
We haven't heard a lick from her,
let's
except
finish this
from
quickly.
that one DLC
I hope so,
bit.
because I'm more annoyed about endgame cliffhangers in video games than any other medium because of the wait time.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. Please bring in the last witness.
That's one thing I will. That's one thing I will give these Ace Attorney games. They managed to avoid ending on big
Witness,
cliffhangers.
please tell us your name and profession.
Oh boy, Maya.
Maya Fey. My profession is,
I never
Burger
heard
eater.
of before.
burger eater. I'm the assistant manager at Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Well, she's not wrong.
Sure.
Not entirely.
There's a reason she's stating that as her occupation. Maya.
According to the magazine I have here, you are a spirit medium with the Kurain channeling technique.
Isn't it Kurain and the kingdom is called Kurain?
Shut up.
I think it's like both pronunciation.
I'm frightened.
We all are, Miss Fey.
The fate. I don't want any more to do with it.
Who
She's
can...
negating her own heritage and family. That's so charming.
Can you blame her though? Let's see. This
No,
whole...
I honestly can't.
I mean, this saving has cost her mother, indirectly her sister, who went off to deal with it but got murdered because of DL6, and it also lost her aunt, who for all we know now is dead because of suicide, and yeah, let's not even talk about her cousin Dahlia.
Or her
God.
other cousin, who's literally her favorite person, who probably needs a lot of therapy right now.
You witnessed the
Yeah.
moment of Miss Elise Studham's murder. Is this correct?
Well, it seems like well, from what I'm seeing, apparently Mia possessed. Well, no, apparently she channeled Mia,
Objection!
so Pearl is not aware of what's happening.
Straighten up this moment, young lady.
Pearl was aware until Mia possessed her, sadly, though, as we
Pick
find out
your
in
head
the
up and speak
epilogue.
clearly. There's always time for crying later.
I
Sounds like
guess.
something Dahlia would say.
Dodo's a dick.
Well, he
Oh,
has a
hey.
point here, though. This is a court of
Psychological
law.
counseling from.
Her mother was killed right in front of your eyes.
Oh, great. Psychological counseling by Mr. Caffeine.
There's nothing you can do to change that fact.
He does have a point, though. We are trying to find her killer, and, well, if she just doesn't say anything, we can't do much.
You feel sad? Well, toughen up, girlie.
But there's something you can do. You can finish this.
Now,
Well,
this
I
is...
won't be feeling any
Finish it.
sympathy for you when we get to your backstory.
Oh, trust
Cry
me,
me a river.
he's not expecting
You've been watching the
sympathy.
whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them.
That she has, ever since the second case.
Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, Maya's never been on the witness stand.
On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
Well, for
Witness,
once-
if you please.
Well, look at the bright side. At least she's not guilty, being accused of anything.
True.
Yes, Your Honor.
Speak up!
Poor Maya.
Witness testimony at the inner temple.
I was passing through the garden on the way to the square prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head.
Ouch.
Yeah,
The thinker statue in the way that thought the case would be dead.
I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!"
Help me.
Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
I'm trying to think what that hot thing was.
It was the gravy of Pearl.
So you were struck on the head.
Hmm.
And then I had gravy thrown at me.
I suppose it must have been this staff.
Maya got roasted.
Maya! The person who hit you!
Well, I haven't said you can start your examination yet.
It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Well, we could just all assume it was Dahlia. Can we?
Maya, think
Yeah.
hard.
We need proof.
Mm.
It's
Well,
court
she's
of law,
already
you know.
been banished to the depths of hell, so...
It would be hypocritical of us to pin everything on her without proof, I guess.
Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone.
Not
But-
for anyone.
But
Blame
she's
Dahlia.
basically the perfect
Blame
scapegoat.
Dahlia.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
Alright then. Maya, hang in there. Also, what a turn of fate that we now face each other as witness and defense attorney. She doesn't look well at all.
What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Get on with it!
Hey, I'm trying to be easy on the poor girl.
One of us has to have a heart.
We've had
Hold
trying
it!
witnesses before, and you didn't give them any slack.
Yeah, but we didn't know
He has
them
a
as
good
long
point
as
there,
we've known
actually.
Maya. Actually,
But
okay.
what?
Good point, Your Honor. Good point.
Well, Sister Bikini, of course.
Yeah, about Sister Bikini.
Can we just move on? I don't really want to talk about her.
But I remember her saying that Iris would be coming later as well.
Oh, Iris came alright. In spades.
But,
That's whack.
On the day after the incident, Edgeworth met Bikini at Hazakura Temple. That means she couldn't be the criminal. There you go.
She just couldn't get the staff.
So then, did Iris actually come later like she
the
said?
point is that she tried. Well, let me think.
Wrong Iris.
Well, Shiwa, like I always say, this is not elementary school. You don't get a pat in the back just because you tried really hard.
She seems
That's
confused.
to Waluigi.
No, I'm sure I didn't see her.
Hmm.
She must have come while I was, preparing for the training.
Hold it! Who did it? Who hit you?
I told you I don't know.
Well,
Not now, Pearl.
Phoenix, are you blind?
I didn't see who it was.
Or rather deaf,
Is it
sorry.
behind?
He's
Wrong.
deaf.
Wrong senses, sorry.
Wait, you didn't see the person?
I just told you, you asshole.
There you go, the blind one is Maya. Phoenix is the deaf one.
But after that, your attacker was in front of you.
But I was hit in the head.
How could you not see who it was?
Oh, now who's being rough, Mr. Wright?
Let me think for a sec.
Look, I'm just doing my job, Your Honor.
You're a hypocrite.
Be firm,
Sorry.
but nice.
I just can't remember.
That's my motto.
I'm not gonna believe a word you say from now.
Jovah, I believe the expression you're looking for is firm but kind.
Firm but fair.
From Sound of Music.
Oh,
Yeah,
that works
firm.
I will be firm but kind.
Come on, Maya. This isn't making sense. Why didn't you see this person?
I was hit on the head.
I
No,
wouldn't
no,
say
no.
cruel to be kind because Phoenix isn't exactly.
Is this gonna turn into a pantomime?
Yeah, did you see her?
Behind you!
Dibs, are you forgetting that Maya did regain consciousness to apparently
Oh, yeah,
be in
that's
front, though?
It was dark. That's it.
It was dark.
I'm
Oh,
just
Oh
looking
no,
at-
Joe, it's Joe Dark.
Oh gosh.
Wait, wasn't he
It's
killed
not good
though?
to have too much light around.
He came
when
back from the
some-
grave.
It's not good to have too much light around when somebody is undergoing spiritual training.
Come to think of it, there was an earlier testimony to that effect as well.
Huh.
So it was dark in the garden on the night of the crime. Yeah, it's dark at night.
Well,
No shit.
Dun.
which is why she didn't see her attacker. I thought maybe she was trying to hide something, but I guess not.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ace Attorney facts. It's dark at night.
Well, no duh.
Judging by the testimony.
The spirit that was channeled by Elise Dunham, Dahlia Hawthorne, was the one who knocked her out.
Mr. Wright, can you at least let me try to finish my sentences?
Well, Your Honor, just pay attention to the cue cards when they
Would you
come up.
really give me any time?
Actually, these remind me of something that maybe the game answered, but I forgot. Do we know why Elise channeled Dahlia in the first place?
We don't know the full story, but don't worry, Teal, you'll know everything you need to by the end of this case.
Okay.
Hold it! What happened afterwards?
My attacker was in front of me, blocking off my escape. I think.
You think?
You think?
Yeah, fake too.
After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There were only two things rolling around in my mind at the time.
Why don't you say Burma? I panicked.
Well, now this is beginning to get interesting.
So, what were the
You're
two
not
things rolling
watching a
around
soap
in your
opera,
mind?
My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2.
What?
What?
Hey,
Excuse me, what?
You
Learn
see, for some
mathematics.
crazy reason, I was afraid I was going to lose my memory.
Maya, who ever heard of losing the memory just because of blunt trauma to the head? Wait a
So,
minute.
hang on, she thought the best way she could hold on to her memory was by memorizing her name and basic math.
Not
Makes-
even remember. It's not even like remembering Phoenix's name, like the person that's really dear to her. No, it's basic
It's
math.
basic math.
so what did you do then?
Maya, are you hiding something from me?
Calculus.
Actually,
My-
Phoenix, you should have cut the sentence before. Are you high?
Don't you see too?
Hold it!
I see in calculus.
Also, Tio, we already asked Larry Butts if he was high during the first trial.
Well, yeah, he was high. He was high up on the mountain.
Oh, I think he's double high
It was
then.
dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child?
Shouldn't
I
make
mean,
me
so-
asking
Don't
that,
let it be
dude.
All
Pearl.
of the above.
Forgot what's that speech in Battlefield Earth? Like, A man, a beast, ah!
Yeah,
Let's get
Oh,
up,
no,
friends.
no. Believe me, my dear, I'm certain I would have soiled my robes.
Sure.
Too much
TMI,
information. Too much information.
Still better than the hemorrhoids.
Oh,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, pretty sure I screamed. I thought it was my last hope.
I secretly got out my secret gun and shot him.
Wow, it sounds like poor little Maya
Maya's
really
back.
was out of her mind.
Maya packing heat, would that be something?
it's like
But
those
I wonder.
pocket guns you get like in your boots or something.
I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do I do? Do I press her for more details?
Plot twist, she's Princess Leia.
And she's combining episodes 8 and 6. No, 8
Huh.
8 and 4, sorry.
Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
I got a copy of episode 8 script.
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. That's what she said. You said
very
my
confusing.
last hope.
Well, I said that?
I said what?
I said what?
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 I said what? In
What?
What?
In-
Silence, all of you.
Hey, I'm the judge. I'm the one that gets to decide when people are silent.
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see, and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me!"
Yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
I know. I'll scream at the attacker and hope he goes deaf.
True.
See?
Well, that's like... What do you call it when that happens?
The light
Shouting.
flashes before your eyes.
Maya's not doing so well up there.
No shit.
No shit.
We can tell. There's no need for the narration, Nikki.
Oh, that's right.
A smile, thank goodness.
Sorry.
I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
Oh.
Why are you giving us that stare?
What did you just
Let's
say?
play the guessing game.
Play the pronoun game again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at.
Oh.
That's who I was screaming to for help. Ah!
No
Ow.
screaming in the courtroom.
Well, what is it now? Actually,
People do that all the time.
it seems to be okay when the witness
No.
does it.
I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Uh-oh.
What did you say about my mum?
See-
Nothing, Your Honor.
See, Maya knows how this goes down when the witness lets something slip.
Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying?
So she's doing the breakdown as part of the course.
Behind the
Probably.
attacker, there was another person.
Well,
Well,
to,
somebody had to throw the gravy at me.
to be fair, Maya's not exactly in her most mentally sound state, so yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I meant to keep that part a secret.
Because,
Ugh. What have I done?
She's Maya's one of those people that will accidentally leak out a film spoiler.
I could so see that
so
happening.
She's possessed by spoilerina.
Takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond.
Let me guess, your favorite one is Garnet.
That's what I always say. No,
Spoiler.
actually, I prefer rubies myself.
Fair enough.
Or like that spoiler I accidentally let slip in that one episode.
In the next episode, I'm gonna spoil the entirety of Ace Attorney 4.
You're in a court of law here. You can't
Too
make
late.
things
The
up. We're
internet
trying
is
to hide
already
things
doing
in
a
this
good job of
chamber.
that.
Oh yeah, because Apologistus is coming to the 3DS.
Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case.
Which means that the entirety of the mainline series will be available on 3DS reissue, right?
I want
Well,
you
aside
to
from
add it to your
investigation.
testimony.
Oh,
Right.
well that's why I said the mainline series. Anyway, new bout of text to read.
Well, actually, too. The 3DS is backwards compatible with DS, so technically,
Sure. Anyway, she saw a man.
Behind the attacker by the light of the stone lantern. Hold it! A man? Who was this man?
What is a man?
John Cena!
You see? I couldn't see. Josh, are you eating again?
Yeah.
Drinking.
This is
Oh.
incredibly important, Your Honor. You couldn't see? She's used this excuse twice now.
Hey, it's not alcohol, Mr. Wright.
Hey,
It's
fuck you,
Coke.
Phoenix, alright? Well, you know, lantern light isn't very bright.
Stop rhyming.
Bright light, Dahlia is
Like you,
watching
Nick.
you tonight.
Bright light, bright light.
Lantern light.
Turn up the stone lantern light.
There's a great big stone lantern in the garden.
Didn't we
Yeah,
establish
I've
that
already made a Greenland joke. So.
Didn't Godo bring it here somehow?
Somehow,
yeah,
indeed.
Throw it at Phoenix. Take this. Vroom.
Wow.
Hey, you know what they say? Under the land and darkness reigns.
That's right.
I've never heard anyone say that.
I
Have you
think
been
pretty
listening to? Have you been listening to Godo, Maya? So I could see the person that was farther away, but not my attacker, who was closer.
Huh.
Okay, now try doing the testimony again, but in a way that it actually makes sense. How about that?
Yeah, that's kind of not how physics and light cone works.
Oh, Maya,
But this is
Maya,
Ace Attorney universe, so it probably does.
It's Maya,
Yeah.
though, Shiroi. Maya,
It's
this-
like that speech that the Doctor does in Rings of Akatem. I walked in universes where the laws of physics were devised by the mind of a madman.
remember, guys, this is Maya, the same girl who considers the cash register the magical box that prints out money.
Oh, great. Tio, now you've got me imagining Stephen Moffat writing one of these cases.
Ugh.
Well, okay. Maybe if it were pre-2011 Stephen Moffat, that would be good.
Anyway,
I haven't got an idea. I really don't know what happened at all.
It's so great the fact we're making such progress.
That's too bad.
Godo, are
Basically,
you...
Jovah, Stephen Moffat nowadays is what Tsutsukumi would have been like if he was still stuck in his Apollo Justice slump.
I've worked side by side with Maya for 3 years now. When she hides something, I can tell by how she acts. Yep. And right now, if I were a poker player, she'd be setting those so many signs right now. I am absolutely
Careful what
certain
you wish.
she's hiding
Be
something.
careful what you wish for.
My FA confirmed for Pokken Night in inventory.
You know, actually, there is actually an Ace Attorney poker game, but it's Japanese exclusive.
Of course.
Well,
Yeah.
if there's a Square
Well, there's
now
also
for
an
some
Ace
reason.
Attorney rhythm game that's Japanese.
I'm not really surprised considering Square decided
Objection!
to now make a Final Fantasy trading card game.
Wait, there's an Ace Attorney rhythm game?
Taylor was
think
aware of it,
it's-
but
I
I
think it's
wasn't
like
even
an
aware of it
iOS
until I
thing only.
randomly found it on the
Pretty
store.
much a year by the time of this recording.
Anyway, that man, he's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. Also, Maya, how did you know it was a man? He's the one who killed Elise Dunham.
I
Does he
guess
look
we're,
like one?
I guess we're referring to the generic pronunciation for now.
Nope. Maya specifically called it out as a man.
The killer?
I play Sephiroth in defense
Oh,
position.
I get it. It's Shelly the Killer. We brought back everyone from this last case.
That would be awesome. You know who killed your mother, don't you?
That should be the name of this case. Who killed
What
my
is the
mother?
meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
Hello, kids, and this is how I killed your mother.
I get it. I know she's in shock and confused. You just showed her for that throughout this entire
Anyway,
testimony.
that's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
Well, what do you mean? What problem?
I hate to do this to you, Maya. I really do. But there's a contradiction. On the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. It's
Maya.
true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night. How's that for a rhyme?
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godo, explain this!
Without dying.
Slow down on the coffee.
The pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee, stir.
Okay, I think you've had enough coffee.
That
Yeah.
is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait.
Wow, Dweebs, that was almost actually accurate French pronunciation. You're doing such progress.
Cafe au lait? Is that even legal?
But,
Still
Judge,
not
come
gonna
on.
trust him with Italian though.
Mr. Trite's words are the milk, and you are the spoon. Your Honor.
Oh, I love this line coming up.
Don't you know, Godo, there is no spoon.
I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know.
Ah, very funny, very
Deja, why don't you fill in the audience on that reference?
It's a reference
Weird
to Final
little
Fantasy
things.
IV's Ted Woolsey translation.
Yep.
Yeah.
The line became so infamous that even the official new translation still retained the Spoony Bar thing because it's just so iconic at this point.
Yeah.
That's meme magic for
Too,
you, though.
Trite. This witness's mental state is highly
Ah, come on,
unstable.
Joe. You'll
To be
love
fair
it.
to you,
Come
meme
on.
magic also
No,
should help
I
Kefka.
know, it's just
It's not hard to understand why she would make a little
It
mistake
feels
like that.
weird to be referenced in this game of all things.
Well, this is Ace Attorney. Objection! That we're
Well,
talking
likes to do a
about.
lot of pop cultural references.
Sorry,
True.
but that's not going to cut it.
Oh, trust me, Teo. The fifth game references Sharknado of all things.
Yup. If there truly was no light in the garden, then there is a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony.
There's also
She
the
was
fact
in the
that
night garden.
there's also the fact that some of the translators of Final Fantasy VII went on to work on this series as well.
True. Maybe this is their own little wink to their film series. May I?
Okay, that makes more sense.
Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. Again, it's like Brent Laflois said, every one of these references is a gem. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. So thankfully it's not Pearls.
That'd be quite a twist.
And yet, the witness could describe a person was standing behind her attacker as a man.
I wonder.
And she quite clearly described him as a man.
Are you sure it wasn't Jada Doma?
Huh?
I don't know, because I'm not in the same game as him, dang it. In other
Technically,
words-
he is, but just not the current one.
True. That would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person. Despite it being so dark that she couldn't even see the face of the attacker in front of her.
Huh?
No!
No.
Oh, yes.
Order! Order! What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright?
I'm glad you
I don't know,
asked.
Your Honor.
It means this is all incredibly convoluted.
Are you
Expert
saying Miss Fey
position.
saw the real killer under pitch black conditions? Objection! Trite, do you have any idea what you're proposing?
I know it sounds crazy at first, but that's how a lot of my things start off.
How could she have seen in the dark?
'Cause
There
she
was no other
alone.
light source at the scene.
Because she was wearing her night goggles?
I think I know how.
She was like
Objection!
Sam Fisher.
I'm not gonna say how, but I think I know how.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godo.
What?
Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark.
The ball?
And now, you're trying to cover for him.
Exactly.
That's right, Maya's covering for the murderer.
Cover? Well, the man that killed her mother? Jesus, what's this case and rhyming? It's the Dr. Seuss to write this.
There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is.
Stop it!
The unexpected crossover between Ace Attorney and Child of Light.
And
Oh.
Cat in the Hat.
I know that's right.
Give me a moment.
Oh.
I
don't know anything. Please, I'm begging.
In Waves, it's Pedro is the replacement, remember?
Yeah, true.
No, Pedro's a bit slow.
I
You're
am.
too
Oh.
slow.
Gotta go fast.
You talk a good game, Trite, but let's see if you can walk the walk.
Talk the talk.
That was very funny, Dwebs. I'll kill you in your sleep.
How
Anyway,
can you?
You know that's a problem. He's going to keep.
I have my ways.
It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
Oh, really?
Hey, Jovah, message for you.
Okay.
No, Nick, don't.
Please stop.
Oh, you're back. You're ready to go?
No, stop,
Yeah.
come back.
Oh no, I just wanted to ask Jovah a question that I couldn't ask out loud.
Did Maya do
Go.
it?
Did Maya do it?
Maya is dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother.
Did she hate her mother or something?
Or does she really like this guy? But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth.
So you're Keanu Reeves?
Whatever it takes, I guess.
The truth may not always be fun, but that doesn't mean you don't tell the truth.
All right, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Who was this
Sometimes
person?
you need
that
to know the
saved?
truth, even if it's shitty.
Miss Fey saw in the darkness.
Was it my
Badge.
badge? Was it
Was
Maya
the badge
herself? Was
So
it
Phoenix
Dahlia?
is the killer.
Was it Edgeworth? Was it Larry? Was it Iris?
Francesca did it. She whipped the person.
No!
Gumshoe? Take that!
Wait, seriously?
Yep.
Because it was pitch black, Miss Fey was able to recognize the killer easily.
Exactly.
I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes?
Wait, are we implying that
Phoenix,
Phoenix power
Phoenix,
of
stop
turning off
thinking.
the lights is
Phoenix,
better?
stop thinking.
Wait for
quick.
it.
How do you propose to show us something like that?
Think
It's-
about it.
it's
What
easy.
kind of person in this game would you be able to see in the dark?
We just need to recreate the conditions of that night. And remember what happened in
Oh,
Turnabout?
I get it.
Alright, to the crime scene.
Cyclops eyesight laser. bullshit
Anyway.
thing.
Conditions?
What's this?
Seems so random.
Your Honor,
No.
the
The game
defense
already showed this
officially
was-
requests. Here we go,
Yes,
guys.
You don't need to request Phoenix, just start thinking.
Yeah, just start thinking and it will
No,
happen.
no. I want everyone to see this. That all lights in this courtroom be turned off.
You
Great.
officialize
Now it's,
what
now
we
it's going
already...
to be like that trial in the second to last book of Unfortunate Events where everyone's blindfolded and can't see.
Wow, that was the most aggressively done turn off the lights I've ever
I know,
seen.
right? It
Yeah.
just
This
went
is-
slam.
But it can't be.
Oh, but it could.
And it is.
So is that the twist? Godot is actually a cat. He actually has these lights in the dark.
Godo's a cat.
That was a nice bit of deduction. Trite.
Bingo.
So yeah, I was right.
Yep,
Again.
that visor.
So I have no proof of it.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure plenty of people have visors on.
Well, everyone. This is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder. Now we just have to get the witness to actually admit it.
I have a question though. I mean, using Godo's visor makes sense, but why do you assume that Godo was even there?
It's
That's what I'd like
Because
to
he
know.
looks shady.
he's bluffing, Shiroi. It's his best lead.
Wait, Shiwa. Are you trying to imply that the guy who's been nothing but an asshole this entire game turns out to not be an asshole?
Wouldn't that be a shock?
Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such
Well-
a thing. Why
People
aren't
have
you
time,
doing it?
assholes.
To be a murderer, honestly, doesn't really take away the call.
I get it. I get it, Shiro. You're trying to see if Takumi's gonna pull a miracle mask. Or Harry was actually not a bad guy.
Tio, it's like the pacifist runner of Undertale. Like, you can not kill anyone, but you can
You
still
got
be a
a
complete
question?
and utter a-hole.
Yeah,
That's one of my rules.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Well, Maya, how about it? If Maya will admit it, then that means we'll have him, but if she doesn't, this is all not proven yet.
Yeah, I wonder what she's
Was
gonna
it
say.
3 glowing red lights?
Well, witness, answer the question.
Answer the question.
Please,
Sorry,
please.
Theo, it only works when you say the actual.
Charles.
Answer it now, damn it!
You're wrong.
Oh,
Arr.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Sorry, Phoenix, your facts are wrong.
Maya,
Oh, great. This case is gonna go on forever.
with good reasoning, though.
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man. But for a totally different reason.
What?
I'm not even touching
I
that.
don't want to know the cement.
witness, Mr. Wright, what the objection? Stop your chattering, Your Honor.
Dio, we're gonna find out about it in the next
What's the rating of his game again?
T.
Alright, pull the
Which would we?
curtain and
Well,
start with
allow
the
me to
George
translate,
Michael.
Jovah.
If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. I just told you that.
Allow me to translate, Jovah. It equals out to a Peggy 12.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, let's continue with the testimony. So we've gotten nowhere, really.
Oh, we've gotten somewhere, Your Honor. And besides, we got to
Some
see
were
what
really
it's like.
confusing, honestly.
Yeah.
Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man, and don't say he had those.
That's the magic of this game, Tio. As you may have noticed, every
Maya
case
was-
leaves
Maya
you
was
stumbling
fumbling in
and
the dark.
stumbling until the very last moment where everything comes together.
It was dark and I was fumbling around and I grabbed something.
Jesus.
We'll see you next part, folks, and just see how confused Tio gets.
See ya.
See ya,
Hopefully less lewd. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.